I'm suiting up in full protective gear to join Charles Chick Lawson in a trip up to his attic. The reason for caution is clear. The dust up here is radioactive. Dr. Michael Ketterer, a renowned environmental radioactive expert, confirmed that in his Arizona lab. After analyzing wipes Lawson used to collect dust, Dr. Ketterer issued this report on June 21st, writing, "The dust samples from Lawson's home contain enriched uranium," adding some samples contain 2 to 3% enriched 235 uranium, approaching the grades of material used in U.S. light water reactors. In a Zoom interview with me, Dr. Ketterer confirmed his findings.
It's most definitely strongly enriched.
How long have you been here?
36 years.
And it's highly radioactive.
Yes.
Lawson is a former OSHA investigator and Union Safety Officer at the Portsmouth Gaseous Diffusion Plant, or PORTS, the now closed facility that enriched uranium for America's nuclear bombs. A gas release at PORTS left him disabled.
As you can see, I'm on oxygen. I have chronic beryllium disease from working at the plant.
He's also the guy who tipped me about contamination and claims of cancer around PORTS nearly 3 years ago. Did you ever think that that long road would lead here to your home?
I was afraid it would, and now that it has been confirmed, it terrifies me.
Fear triggered Lawson to test his home in the first place. His wife Kimberly has a thyroid condition. His son Chaz has a tumor at the center of his brain. His daughter Carissa has a tumor as well. How big is that tumor that you've been dealing with?
It wraps around the spine.
Even 4 of the family's dogs have had cancer. Now, dust in Lawson's attic is confirmed to be riddled with radioactive contamination. Does this explain the problems with your family?
I believe it does.
Just as startling, Dr. Ketterer concluded in his report, the source of this enriched uranium is beyond question the PORTS facility. Even though Lawson's home is 10 miles from the plant, 4 miles beyond the radius, the U.S. Department of Energy is testing for possible contamination around PORTS. To be absolutely sure of his findings, Dr. Ketterer sent us back to the attic, which is why we're up here, vacuuming as much dust, debris, and dirt as we could find. We got a bag full. After analyzing this latest batch, Dr. Ketterer delivered this report on October 18th, concluding the levels of uranium, including enriched 235 uranium in Lawson's attic, are nearly 3.5 times higher than what should be there. The concentration of enriched uranium in Lawson's attic is even higher than the amount that closed Sons Corner Middle School, which is 2.5 times closer to PORTS. So it's more dangerous.
It's more dangerous uranium by virtue of its isotope composition.
Dr. Ketterer also found neptunium-237, a radioactive byproduct of nuclear reactors tied to processing at PORTS. Neptunium was also picked up in 2017 by this air monitor across the street from that now closed middle school. Dr. Ketterer says it's clear the neptunium and enriched uranium came from only one source.
It absolutely spells that contamination came from Portsmouth.
Radioactive contamination that he says is a real threat.
They're alpha-emitting isotopes. You don't want to breathe them in.
But the Lawsons have been breathing and living in this home for decades. Are you scared?
Yes, I'm terribly scared.
And because he lives so far away from PORTS, Lawson says others should be worried too.
I believe this whole area is radioactive.
Dwayne Pullman, Local 12 News.